Hey everyone, my name is Ethan Ertel, and I'm here to discuss this week's Parsha, Naso. Naso, the longest known single portion in the Torah, begins with a continuation of the Levite census that was discussed in last week's Parsha, Bamidbar. The census took count of Levite men aged 30 to 50 to determine their eligibility in transporting the tabernacle and its vessels for the creation of the first holy temple. Following the census was an explanation of the ritual of Sotah, where basically a husband suspects their wife of adultery or cheating on them. And basically what happens is they go to the priest gives them some sort of mixture of water and earth, makes the wife drink it, and supposedly if they were to be committing adultery or cheating, their belly would distend, they'd die a gruesome death. But if not, then they can bear children and they can live a peaceful life. So it was an interesting insertion into that parsha. And then finally, it concludes with the inauguration day of the tabernacle and how the tribal leaders, considerably representing their tribe as a whole, decided to bring inauguration gifts out of their just heartwarming gifts. God told Moses to accept a gift from one leader each day, lasting for 12 days because there are 12 tribes of Israel. Interestingly enough, the Torah describes the gifts brought by each tribal leader, yet they're practically the same, consisting of a young bull, a ram, and a lamb for eventual sacrificial offering, which, in my opinion, I kind of found interesting because if they're exactly the same gifts by every single tribal leader, why would he go into depth in discussing every single tribe's gift? So, in that mindset, in response to a certain event, this is my thought. In this case, it was the celebration of the tabernacle's inauguration. Every member of the community offered help by giving gifts to assist in the building of the tabernacle. They united as one for a common cause, and in their cause, in an effort to better their connection to God and ensure the success of the first holy temple. However, in my opinion, this is something we are witnessing today, modern day. A history of a sort where people from all walks of life, completely different upbringings, and apparently different countries are standing up in response to a certain chain of events. Uniting on social media, in person, or due to the epidemic over the phone, our nation is calling to action for a change to better society. Just like the Jewish tribes did in response to the inauguration, we, as a collective body, are coming as a nation, a community, or more generally, a human race to embrace our similarities and show that we're united. Not only this, but as mentioned in the Torah, like I mentioned before, the individual description of each gift bearer, tribal leader, signifies how each person's response to the event mattered in their own unique way, even if it was identical to the others. This, in my opinion, is an extremely important message that parallels to today's circumstances, and that each individual's response is just as important as another's. Your actions are just as important as someone else's. So do what you think is right, just like the tribal leaders did in the Torah. Shabbat Shalom.